What's going on, everybody? Happy Monday, or happy Mother's Day, I should say. Already messed it up, already screwed it up, can't be trusted. Happy Birthing Person's Day if you're an insane person. I just wanted to take a few minutes to come on here and call an emergency press conference to address kind of what's been going on this channel for the last week. I'm not going to keep you very long. I just wanted to put my thoughts out there in their rawest form. I wanted to connect with you in the most direct and pure way, and hopefully the message is clearer that way. I didn't want to put it in a video and script it. I wanted to just be as raw and natural as possible so I could kind of talk about what I've been posting about on the channel just for the last week or two and kind of address a lot of the comments and backlash and whatnot of it very quickly. So I won't keep you long, and I'll let you go enjoy your Birthing Person's Day. So for anybody who has not seen, I want to get you caught up quickly. For the last week or so, you've noticed that I've been sharing a lot of messages and DMs that people have been sending me, and a lot of comments and whatnot that people have been making on the content, where they're basically trusting the plan and espousing all of these pretty wacky theories and whatnot, and commentary and projecting and doing a lot of stuff in my direction because they don't like what I've been talking about. So I just wanted to address it quickly. This is why I've been talking about not trusting the plan for the last couple of weeks. The reason that people followed me from the very beginning, the reason why I did this was to try to take an opportunity to potentially lead in thought. I believe that a lot of people follow me and came to this channel because they saw a different angle on popular subjects. They felt alone in the world on their viewpoints, and they wanted a person that was packaging up in a digestible, entertaining way that was kind of making a mockery of the absurdity of the reality that we're in, to have a little refuge from all of this insanity. And that's why I started the channel. Like anyone, I'm imperfect. You're not supposed to or expected to agree with me on every subject, but I have since the very beginning, and will continue to give you my best understanding of what is the truth, my best understanding of reality, and help guide you and point you in the direction of what I believe will help not only you, but help the country and ultimately help humanity as a whole. I'm just one person. I'm just one person doing their best. The reason that I've been coming out and talking about the supposed plan and why I've been so critical of this plan is because I care about you, and I care about the effort that you put in to try to turn all of these things around in my own little way. If I can convince or change one person's mind, then the challenge is a success. That the journey, the project is a success. When I was in high school, my high school football coach at the very beginning of the season, my junior year, was riding me about everything. He was criticizing the way that I took the stance. He was criticizing how hard I was pushing it in practice. He was criticizing almost everything that I did. And after probably the third day of practice, getting absolutely screamed at, so to speak, or heckled, as I would have looked at it, by the coach, I was like, Coach, why are you riding me so hard? I don't understand. I'm out here trying. It's the first week of practice. Why are you coming after me? And he goes, when I don't come after you, when I'm not criticizing what you're doing, that's when you know that I've given up. He goes, I'm riding you because I know that you have potential to do better. I'm riding you because I understand that this is what you need to hear in order to be better at this job. He's like, you're going to start this year if you work hard enough. And the reason that I'm riding you is because I believe in your potential to do better. And I know that if I was to stop, that's when you know that I've given up on you. The reason that I'm criticizing people that are trusting the plan, the reason that I'm making a mockery of the supposed plan, is because I believe that every single person that trusts the plan, every single person that follows this content, every single person that's been following me since the very beginning, is a well-meaning person that believes in the country, that believes in America, that believes in freedom, and wants to participate in their own way, large or small, towards making the world a better place by being a thought leader, by directing their friends, their family, and themselves towards more objective truth, towards trying to understand what's going on in this reality and hopefully make some type of effect on making it better. I believe that a lot of these well-meaning people that could otherwise contribute to this project, that could contribute to making the world a better place, are being misled and led astray and convinced to sit on their hands and wait for some superhero to swoop in from outer space and save them from this reality. And this supposed plan that I don't believe exists is why I'm criticizing it. People don't want to hear things that go against their thought process. That's the whole point. You don't want to hear what's difficult. You don't want to hear something that challenges your belief. All I can tell you is I'm trying to put in as much work as possible. I'm trying to look at this from the most objective lens possible. I'm trying to understand the truth, much like all of you are. And if I was to be a theoretical thought leader, if I would be worthy enough and deserving enough of such a title by any of you, I would have to do what I thought was right no matter what. I would have to say and tell you what I believe to be true no matter what. I would have to do the best that I could do to regurgitate, digest, process, and deliver you a message that's going to change the way that you think. But change is our friend. Change is not our foe. Change is what we all need in order to be better. And sometimes you got to hear the hard truth in order to move yourself forward. What I believe is that me telling you and in a lot of ways, shining a light by making a mockery of the supposed plan is I'm trying to shake you up and rattle you into actually taking all of that love and passion that you have for America, that love and passion that you have for the world, that love and passion that you have for contributing to a better society, and I'm trying to redirect it to a place that I actually think would be productive. I see so many people, I get so many DMs and so many comments about people saying the white hats are in charge, Donnie is in charge, the military is in charge, and citing some super secret, top secret plan that they found upside down on 4chan and in some Twitter thread, some obscure Twitter thread from a guy who has an upside down platypus on rollerblades in his profile bio. And they're like, no, you got to look at this guy. You got to find this upside down Rumble channel backwards on BitChute. If you translate it into Japanese, flip it upside down, and then put it in your brown eye, that you'll just find the secret plan. And all of these people that are otherwise well-meaning, intelligent Americans that have seen past the initial matrix, that took the red pill and want to contribute, are being led astray by this fake plan that doesn't exist. And as a result, if I sit here and just don't address the plan, if I don't address the people that are making all these comments, all of those useful souls, all of those people that could otherwise be productive members of this conversation, that could otherwise be opening people's minds, are sitting back on their hands waiting for Donnie to swoop in a Superman outfit and save the planet. And it's like, I don't know how to shake you guys out of this reality other than to make a mockery of it. I'm not saying that I'm smarter than you. I'm not saying that I'm better than you. I'm not saying that you're stupid. What I'm saying is you're better than this and you deserve to be challenged. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend like there's some fantasy reality where there's this mysterious upside down 700 dimensional 30-year plan where somebody's going to come in and swoop in and save you. The truth is that you got to save yourself. You got to put in the hard work to understand what's going on. And you trusting the plan, you watching some super secret BitChute channel at night in the darkness and scribbling on some page how it's biblical, and it's on page 7 of Ephesians upside down if you translate it backwards. And he said oil, and oil really means diesel fuel. Stock up on diesel fuel, flip upside down, lay on your back like a turtle and pretend that everything is fine. We're going to get clapped, my friends. And I'm trying to tell you guys that you need to wake up and focus up and sharpen up so that you're not sitting on your hands waiting for this top secret plan, and you're not sitting there on election night in 2024 waiting for Donnie to swoop in on a Blackhawk and save everybody, and then watch Joseph Byron III come in and destroy the planet again. And what I'm saying is that there's enough lead time between now and this election that if you guys change your focus and reposition yourself to figure out how to take objective steps towards solving this and not just trusting the plan, that we'll all be better off for it. And people are very critical of how I'm delivering the message, but I'm doing the best that I can. They're like, you're talking down, you're alienating your audience. I apologize for that. And I'm sorry that you guys feel like I'm trying to say that you're stupid. It's not my intent. I will work on my delivery, but I'm doing the best that I can. I'm not trying to insult you guys. I just don't know how to frame it in any other way other than you need to stop looking at it this way. This is a challenging game, having a camera on yourself, recording all of your thoughts in real time, and then sticking to those thoughts and not deleting them, which is something that I have never done. I have never one time deleted a piece of content that I put on this channel, which means that whatever I say now sticks with me. It's my face. You see me at these events. I'm there. You can say I told you so or whatever you want. I'm out here giving you my full view of it. I'm learning, I'm trying to get better, but I'm not going to lead you guys astray or pretend like there's something that exists that doesn't, in an effort to retain followers, in an effort to not hurt people's feelings, in an effort to not make you challenge your own beliefs. I'm doing the best that I can to lead you in my own little way to what I believe to be the most effective process by which we take control and ultimately save not only ourselves, our families, but in a lot of ways, the future of humanity in its own little way. I'm not the savior. I'm just trying to change one person's mind. And this is the only way that I know how to do it. I don't believe that there's a 20-year plan. I don't believe that Donnie is going to swoop down and save the planet. I think the only people that can actually save us is ourselves. I think that we need to stay focused on ourselves and not the collective. And by doing that, we need to start looking inward about the information that we consume, the way that we conduct our own life, and how we speak to each other on social, and how we continue the conversation. I don't think that the military is in control. I don't think that the white hats are in control. I don't think that America is a corporation that got dissolved by the Vatican upside down on a giraffe, like on a banana boat in the sea. I think that there is a highly intelligent group of nefarious individuals that run the entire planet. I think that the media is bought and paid for, the food is poison, the pharmaceutical industrial complex is killing people. I think that Gine is our primary enemy, but I think that there's a lot of people that have been led astray by some fake plan, and as a result, they're not paying attention to the true nature of what we need to be focusing on in order to fix and or repair and or take the country back. I believe that as a right-wing person, as a Republican person, as a conservative person or whatever, we need to focus on winning the election, probably more than almost anything else other than ourselves, our friends, our family, our community, our health. I'm only going to point you in the direction that I believe will lead us to a 2024 victory and thus continued victories going forward. I've said this 1,000 times and I'll reiterate it again. 60% of the population votes, 40% don't vote at all. There are the 60% of people that are eligible voters that will actually go to the ballot box. 30% of them, or 25% of them will vote left no matter what. 25% of them will vote right no matter what. The remaining 10% in the middle will decide the future outcome of this election. The undecided middle of the road voters will determine who wins the election. If Donnie gets the nod, or DeSantis gets the nod, or Vivek gets the nod, or an upside down giraffe with an R in front of his name gets the nod, people will vote for them if they're an R, and people will vote for the D's even if it's Joe Biden in a bag of meat upside down in a pile on the ground. And his VP is a hybrid clone cross between Feta beef and Krusty. The 10% of people in the middle is how the election will be won. Look at the last 10 elections and you tell me that there was more of a 10% difference between the votes of the two candidates. There wasn't. 10% to 11% of voters are undecided. That 11% of people, if you can't figure out how to get them over to your side, you lose. And if you can't figure out how to win, then you will not get your 10 priorities. When you make a deal, the best deals, and any business person will tell you this, the best deals are when both parties feel uncomfortable. The best deals are when both parties feel uncomfortable. I kind of got what I wanted, but not all of it. You kind of got what you wanted, but not all of it. That's how deals are made. In order to win in the world, in order to win in this reality, in order to win in politics, you have to be a deal maker. People like Donnie, because he wrote a book called The Art of the Deal. Deal, deal, deal. That's how it works. In order to make a deal, both parties have to feel uncomfortable. You got to get some of what you want and some of what you don't want. When I tell people that we need to have let's say we have 10 priorities. Our 10 priorities could be free speech, Second Amendment, could be overseas wars, could be the economy, could be jobs, could be abortion, could be any number of things. Of the 10 priorities that you have that are the main reason why you want your party to win, you have to be willing to not get 4 of them, 5 of them, 6 of them, maybe 7 of them to win the war, to win the election, to win the battle. You have to be willing to let up and not press with all of your might for all 10 of them, because you're not going to get all 10. When you go and shop for a house, you don't get the house on the perfect street with the perfect size, at the perfect price, at the perfect time, with the perfect color, with the perfect kitchen. You have to make concessions in order to achieve the goal, which is I want the house. People need to understand that you need to focus on 3 of those priorities in order to win. You need to focus on 3 things that really matter to all those voters in the middle in order to get them to come over to your side. And if you can't figure that out, you're going to lose to Joe Byron and you're going to get 0 out of 10 of your priorities. 0 out of 10. So would you rather 3 or 0? And that is not weakness. That's just deal making. That's how business is done. So while everybody is sitting here trusting the plan and saying that Donnie is the next coming of Christ, or Donnie was anointed by God to come here and run the country, if you're entitled to believe that. But I'm not going to sit here and pretend like there's some plan and we all just need to sit back on our hands and wait for the white hats or the military to come in and save us. What needs to happen, and what you're only going to get from me now until forever, is objective views, or is my views of what I think will objectively lead us to success in life personally and in the country and in victory in 2024, let's say. Which means that I think that all the people that trust the plan, all the people that believe the white hats are in charge or Donnie's in charge, these are well-meaning, intelligent people that can really cause a ripple effect in the people that they know in their social circles. You guys are loving people that care about America, and I have nothing but love for you. But true love in my world is telling you the hard truth. True love in my world is challenging your beliefs. True love in my world is maybe putting in an imperfect box the message that you need to hear in order to win. In order to win. I'm not going to lie to you and say that your body is beautiful if you're morbidly obese. And no doctor that does that is looking out in your best interest. You don't want to hear it, but you need to hear it. I don't think, this is my opinion, I don't think that there's a secret plan. I don't think that Donnie's in charge. I don't think that he intentionally threw the election to expose the demons. I think that he got bamboozled by the mainstream media, by people by a bunch of leftists, by a bunch of Gen Z people that were led astray because they were emotionally manipulated. And I think that it was bamboozled in the marketing and branding of Joe v. Donnie. Because people voted for the marketing and branding of anything but Donnie. In order to win, you have to understand that the war is won and lost in the mind, the mind. If you can't convince people to see your way, if you can't convince people to understand and believe that there's more to it, that it's a mental war and a mental war only, you lose. The way that you reach people is through effective, clear, concise marketing and branding. I have to reach you. I have to tell you 3 things that you'll remember, and then I have to let you look it up for yourself and follow along. And I have to consistently reiterate these primary points that I believe will lead you to a better place. I think that the trusting the plan, that the believing in the white hats, that the believing in the military is a distraction and subversion that's taking well-meaning people that love America and love their family and love freedom, and it's taking their attention and focus off the ball and on some savior. And people will be like, you need to do more research. You need to look into this. I found some channel on Rumble that says the truth. How? How did that person know the truth? If there's a super secret 25-year plan that's written by, that's being conducted by Green Berets upside down behind the scenes, upside down and under the sea, how the fudge brownie are you hearing about it on Twitter, dude? How are you hearing about a super secret multi-dimensional 1,000-year plan that's going to take down the supposed cabal that's existed for 1,000 years, and you're going to hear about it in a hallway at some event, or you're going to hear about it on Twitter or on 4chan, when any of these people that have $1 trillion could have people that are at that event, could have people that are on Twitter scanning it, could have people that are on 4chan. They're going to foil their plan, our 25-year plan, to Jim from Tennessee on 4chan? Like, come on, guys. You guys are being led astray, and you love America, and they're emotionally manipulating you. Once you take the red pill and you get in the matrix, what people don't understand is there's a second matrix. Just because you're red pilled doesn't mean that you have a clear vision of everything that there is to see. You guys are being bamboozled to think that there's these white hats that are in charge. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, or shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Guys, I trusted the theoretical plan. I made this shirt, Pompeo, Blackhawk, Donnie, Pineapple Under the Sea. Guys, I was with it. I liked the idea of waiting and LARPing in this fantasy world, believing that somebody was going to come and do it. Every single one of these people who I believe are well-meaning and good, from the Mike Lindells to the General Flynns to even the Donnies and all of these other people in between, I believe are well-meaning people. But General Flynn, whom I love and care about tremendously, said, I am 100% sure that Donnie will be the president. Mike Lindell, who I think is a great American patriot that spent a lot of money, said, I am 100% certain that Donnie will be the president. Yet they were not 100% certain, and he's not the president. And that's what they said. So if I'm going to sit here and act like these guys know when they said they were 100% sure, I'm going to be sitting here waiting, sitting on my hands, and on election night 2024, I'm going to go, fudge. Look at that. We just got gassed again, guys. We just took the fattest L of all time because we've been sitting here LARPing, pretending that there's a super secret, top secret white hat that's in charge of the world, and we ended up getting blasted. So in between now and then, in the 2 years of opportunity that we have, well-meaning people that love America, that love the country, that want to actually do something, need to snap out of it, guys. Snap out of it. There is not a plan. I'm not saying you're stupid. I'm trying to tell you the hard truth of what I see. And I may be wrong, and I'll eat my words if I am. But let's just pretend for a second. Let's just pretend that the white hats aren't in charge. Let's just pretend for a second that the military's not in charge. Let's just pretend for a second that Donnie doesn't win the primary. What are you going to do? Then what do you do? You're going to sit there and go, oh God, the punt. Guys, 2028. That's what they're doing. They're kicking the can down the road, and they'll be like, buy my zinc pack and my protein powder and buy my book where I talk about how I'm going to dismantle the deep state. Buy my supplement. Buy my magical potion. Buy my magical potion, guys. The white hats are in charge. Everybody sit and put your thumb in your dirt star and wait for Donnie to come and rescue you. And 2 years from now, you're going to be sorely disappointed if you don't start doing something between now and then. So I'm not going to sit here and sell you some fantasy fairy tale. Subscribe to my video channel, buy my zinc and vitamin D packs, and buy my book about dismantling the deep state. It's only $19.99. And by the way, also buy my mysterious magical potion that stops the corona. It's like, guys, if you were to be led, if you were to have a person who loved and cared about you, if you were to be pointed in a direction that was to help your life be better, would that person not have to tell you an uncomfortable truth? Would that person not have to shake you and help you see that you've been getting led astray? People stay in abusive relationships for years because the cognitive dissonance locks in. And well-meaning people, intelligent people, great people melt away because they get sold a raw deal and they don't realize it until later. And when they tell the story of how they got bamboozled, when they tell the tale of how they got led, they go, looking back, it seems insane. But in the moment, you got to understand, this is what I believed. That's what they say. And all these people that are trusting the plan, that are trusting the white hats, the military, that Donnie's going to come in, they're not doing anything to change and make an effect on their reality. G. Edward Griffin said that 15% of the population can change the course of history. And I believe, and G. Edward Griffin believes, that 15% of the population already has the capacity and knows enough to be able to do that. But if we can't get that 15% of people to realize that their success, their future prosperity, the future of the nation and the world in general is more in their hands than not, we're screwed. Because people get it. They're just not recognizing the errors and the holes in their own game. If we keep believing that somebody is going to come in and save us, that there's some white hat, that there's some military operation going on, then we don't have to do anything. We just have to sit back and watch the show, put the popcorn in the microwave. But that's what we did at the last election. That's what we did leading up to inauguration. And then those exact same people said, don't worry, guys, in the summer, something big's going to happen. Don't worry, guys, next winter, something big's going to happen. Don't worry, guys, I heard on a super secret 4chan board that something's coming. The storm is coming. And while the can got kicked down the road and all of these well-meaning people got led astray, nothing happened. And we took L after L after L after L after L after L after L. And although I believe that we're on the right path and we're on the right trajectory and the light wins in the end, without the activation of these people that are so emotional and so tied into this plan and this white hats and this super secret military operation, if we can't figure out how to get those people to snap in and join us in this, we're screwed. Here's the truth as I see it. You need to focus on yourself. You need to focus on your financial position. You need to get involved in local political matters. You need to contribute to the game in some way, shape, or form. You got to try to realize that we need people in polling places. We need people getting people to sign up to vote. We need all people to get activated and engaged and not believe that some super secret plan is happening behind the scenes that will allow them to dismiss their own responsibility to contribute to some other superhero or team of superheroes. Without your attention, without your love, without your effort in the mix, we're screwed. And if you sit here and wait for 2024 to happen and you don't do anything between now and then, we're going to lose again. The message from the Republican Party sucks. The marketing sucks. If we don't hold our own people to accountable, we're screwed. If we don't realize the errors in Donnie's game, the errors in DeSantis's game, the errors in Vivek's game, if we don't recognize and criticize the errors in our own supposed representatives' game and call them out, we're screwed. If we don't hold our own people to account, we're screwed. If we don't look at what's actually happening on our supposed side, we're screwed. People are LARPing and pretending like Donnie is the second coming of Christ. They literally will say that he was anointed by God to be the president, yet they're not even recognizing all the things that he may have done wrong. So are you going to sit here like my football coach and say, good job, Sauce, you're really doing a great job? Or are you going to say, yo, you need to push it a little harder. I need to call you out on the things that you did wrong. I need to figure out how to make you better by challenging you. I need to put you up against a candidate that you might be able to run circles around, that you need to prove it. There was another person gunning for my position on that football team, and I needed to outcompete them to win. If there was no one else and the position was mine, I would have been a weaker player, and we would have lost. And we wouldn't have won a championship because of it. But I, as the center on that football team, was not the most crucial player. There was a quarterback that worked hard. There was a linebacker that worked hard. There was a running back that worked hard. There was a wide receiver that worked hard. There was a D lineman that worked hard. But if I was weak and a failure, that could have been the penetration point that got the quarterback tackled. I had to be at my best game. Otherwise, the football team lost. Doesn't matter if you have the best players. If they all are not working in unison, all towards a common goal and pushing themselves, you're screwed. So I think the people that trust the plan, that trust the military, need to wake up and realize that you guys need to take control of your own life. I don't think that there's a plan. I don't think that there's someone in charge. I don't think the military's in charge. I'm not trying to criticize you. I'm trying to make you better. And that's it. If you don't like it, if you don't like the delivery, I understand that, and I'm sorry that you feel that way. I don't want to try to alienate people and make them feel like I think I'm smarter than you or better than you. I'm trying to lead you to a position that I think will be beneficial to yourself and to the country. I'm here to try to show you what I've been looking at, what I've been researching, and what I believe is the truth. You might be right. You really may. But I'm doing the best that I can. So people messaging me and being like, you don't trust the plan? You have a fat head. You look like Mario. It's like, okay. And like people come at me and have been projecting at me with insults like they think I care. I don't care. You can send me the meanest DMs in the world. You could comment and it's not woe is me. I don't care. I understand that this is what's going to happen on the hard road up to whatever I believe is success. Stop trusting the plan. Stop thinking the white hats are in charge. Stop thinking there's a super secret military operation. Stop thinking there's a superhero. Stop doing this supposed research from these supposed trusted sources that when it gets to the hard truth, they just say, you just don't understand. Just listen to me. If you could understand that I care about you and that I have nothing but love for you and want to lead you to what I believe is the right answer, so that we can all move forward collectively, you'll never like what I have to say. That's it. That's my press conference. I want you guys to win. I want you to succeed. I want the country to succeed. And I'm not going to pretend like there's something happening behind the scenes when I don't think that it is. I'm not going to say stuff to not hurt your feelings or not make you feel frustrated. I'm going to say what I think will help you be better. I don't know what else to do. So, with that being said, have a great Birthing Persons Day. Have a great Mother's Day. I hope this gives some more context to what I've been trying to do. I just want us to win. I want what you want. We want the country to be better. We want America to be better. We want the children to be safe. We want future generations to look back on us with reverence. We all want the same thing. We all, generally speaking, believe in the same thing. We're all on the same side. So if you want to unfollow me or write me snartly DMs about how you think I'm insulting you, or write me a freaking essay in my comments about how you think I'm alienating the population or alienating my own audience because I'm being like, yo, stop trusting the plan, guys. And the only way that I know how to do it is make it entertaining and fun and make a mockery of it. I'm not making fun of you. It's not about you. I'm trying to shine a light on the thing that I think is incorrect by making fun of it. That's what this whole channel is. That's what a comedian does. So it's like, I got nothing but love for you. My stuff has been out here, and this is my face. I'm only trying. And people are like, you're a patron. It's like, you know how little money people make from accounts like this? It's like, I don't care. It's not woe is me, but it's like, people are not racking in cash. We generally believe that we want to make the country better, and this is the only way that we know how to do it. I'm doing this because I care about the country, and I care about you, each and every one of you watching. I want you to win. And just like my football coach said, when I stop trying to convince you that you can be better and work harder, that's when you know that I've given up on you. I only challenge you because I know that your energy and effort can be put to better use. So that's the message. Thanks for being here, guys. I really appreciate it. And I hope that this gives a little bit of context to why I've been saying the things that I've been saying. That's all for now. Thanks for being here, guys. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a wonderful Mother's Day.